Opening game of week 6, Scrandinavia versus Flaberdeen. Flaberdeen in blue, Scrandinavia in red. And this is a almost must-win already for Flaberdeen if they want to stop the continued progression of Scrandinavia up the league. Early on, Craig with the ball, playing it to Chopper, but the possession is lost by Chopper. Barry will now pick it up for Flaberdeen, finds Des. Des trying to play it into the middle, but Rob gets there, can't get it quite under control. Lands at Chopper, to Cal, to Rob, they're on goal. Oh, and it's a goal there! A slight deft touch there from Rob. Manages to put it past Paul in goals, and straight away, Scrandinavia, now back with a more than full squad, have shown they mean business this week. The ball from Cal to Rob, and as it's bouncing, Rob manages to get a foot on it, and that manages to put it past Paul in goals. Early goal here for Scrandinavia puts them 1-0 up over Flaberdeen. Des now coming forward with the ball for Flaberdeen, trying to play it through to Brad. Brad with a shot, and Kev with the save, but it's in the soft spots, and the game will be restarted. Paul rolling it out to Brad there. Chopper closing down, and the ball lands at Rob's feet. Through to Craig. Craig with a shot, just wide with the rebound maybe, and Rob can't get a touch on it. Craig still looking for his first Scrandinavia goal. Could it happen this week? Simon now with the ball, playing it into Brad in the middle. Cal closing that shot down, and the ball lands in Kev's hands in goal. Des once again coming forward for Flaberdeen, finding Brad, but Rob is closing down that space and applying the pressure. The ball goes back to Barry. Barry, long ball through, lands at Chopper's feet. The rebound lands to Rob. Chopper coming forward now into the corner with the shot. Paul pushes that ball away. Barry sees it back to Paul in goals. Flaberdeen up in the Scandinavia half with Brad. Brad trying to play that ball across. Lovely ball, but Simon couldn't react to it quick enough. Craig, great play past Barry up against the walls. Gets that ball to Rob. Des with the important touch to take it away from Rob that he couldn't get the shot away there. Barry trying to play it past Cal. Cal with a shot, and Paul with a good save with the foot, and Flaberdeen can start once again. Craig battling with Des, gets the ball away, but it's lost, and the long ball up to Barry for Flaberdeen in Scandinavia half. Barry battling with Chopper. Chopper blocked initially, but couldn't get the ball away. The ball lands with Kev. Rolling it quickly out to Rob. Rob powering through with the shot, and Rob sticks it away. Rob with the turn and go from the pass from the goalkeeper, and puts it smashing into the back of the net there. Rob had to get that ball both past Brad and past Paul in goals. Managed to do so, and Paul just watched that go flying into the back of the net past him. Nothing he could do. And that's 2-0 now for Scandinavia. Starting well. Greg now on for Scandinavia, looking to close down to Barry. Barry still gets the ball away to Brad in the middle, who's battling with Cal. Simon now. Simon looking for options, finds Barry. 1-2 there with Barry to Simon, but Rob's tracked Simon's run and closes him down, and the ball goes back to Des in goals. Des restarting for Flaberdeen, fires it out to Paul, out wide, finds Simon. Simon now looking to try and get away from Chopper, does, find Brad. Brad with a shot, Kev with a great save there in goals. Quickly finds Rob in the middle of the pitch as Scandinavia look to counter, but it's lost. Paul intercepts, and the ball is picked up by Rob in defence once again. Rob coming forward, finds Chopper, good battle there with Barry, goes forward, and it's deflected off by Des onto the post. Apologies to Barry for almost getting his name wrong there with Brad, but that's a great save there by Des to get it onto the post. Brad coming forward now for Flaberdeen. Brad battling with Greg, plays it out to Barry. Barry getting it back to Brad almost. Simon gets it. Chopper now has it. Scandinavia on the counter. Rob rolls it past Paul, but Rob doesn't get quite the luck of the ball there as Paul gets a vital touch on it. Brad now, ball at feet. Back to Simon with the shot. Just wide there. Chopper looking to grab that ball to restart. Kev throwing it out over the top to Chopper. Chopper scooping it over the top. Not quite a great pass. It's in the corner though. And James for Scandinavia picks it up, battling with Richie, who's on loan at Flaberdeen. So they will get a -1 goal penalty in this game. Craig battling with Richie. Successfully does it. James the shot. Fantastic finish there by James. Continuing his great efforts from last week there. Craig up against the board. Richie trying to apply some pressure. Craig manages to get it very cleverly through Richie's feet there, finds James. James lets the ball roll and with a first time shot, plants it into the bottom corner. Great finish there from James. Scrandinavia 3-0 up in this match. And with Flaberdeen, with Flaberdeen using that one player penalty, that means they are now 4 goals behind in this game. Paul with the ball in Scandinavia's half, being closed down there by Greg. Finds Richie. Richie to Brad. Brad now trying to find Richie again. Richie with a shot. Great save there by Kev in goals with the feet. And the ball finds Richie going back and playing the ball to Des. Chopper in goals now. Kev now out on the pitch with a long ball up to find James in the corner. He's been pressed now by Simon, trying to find Greg, but Brad read that ball and intercepts. Oh, and the ball across Flaberdeen's goal almost went in there. I think Greg got the touch on that, and it would have been Greg's goal if it went in. Paul to Richie. Here come Flaberdeen now. Richie to Brad. Brad hits off James. Richie. Oh, and Flaberdeen have their goal now. Brad with the shot. James blocks the shot, and unfortunately it lands perfectly at the feet of Richie for it to be tucked away. Brad with that shot. James in a great position to block it to protect the goalkeeper, but unfortunately the rebound is cruel. Greg does not react quick enough, and Richie gets that shot on goal. It's now 3-1 to Scandinavia. They are still in control of this game and still have a comfortable lead with 3 goals, but Flaberdeen with that goal will have their tails up looking for more. The ball from Brad, and he takes it away from Simon. You would argue Simon's in a better position for that ball, and Brad's touch just took it away. The rebound lands almost at Richie. Richie gets the touch in front of Rob, and the ball lands harmlessly in the hands of Chopper. Kev now playing it wide to Craig. Craig looking to come forward. This game has been heavily fought in the midfield. Both teams have been defending well. And you see Scandinavia coming forward, finding James. James with a shot. Oh, just wide there. Rob trying to control it, but can't. Bounces off his knee. Lands with Brad, and Flaberdeen are on the counter now. Flick it by Paul to Brad. Chopper out quickly and blocks that shot. Good goalkeeping there, and Chopper grabs that before it lands at Richie. Kev now. Here comes Scandinavia on the counter to Rob. Rob cutting in, gets past Simon. Rob with a shot. Not quite. Kev with a follow-up, and it's wide. 2 golden opportunities there for Scandinavia to extend their lead, and here come Flaberdeen with Richie on the counter. James applying some pressure, forcing Richie back. Brad and Craig battling there, and Richie has to play it back to Simon in defence. Simon with a shot. Chopper with a slight touch taking that over, and the ball's landed with Rob. Can Scandinavia come forth once again? Kevin with the back heel. Rob just wide there. A lovely play. Unfortunately doesn't end in a goal. James now playing it across to Kev. Kev got pressure from Paul. Kev turns, shoots off the post and in, and Scandinavia get a 4th goal. Great team play build up there with the amount of shots that were pinging about and bouncing off the frame of the goal. You'd imagine there was a goal coming soon, and it was indeed. Kev just making a little bit of space for himself away from Paul, turning, shooting, and you can see Rob's relief that a goal did come from the attack and it wasn't for naught. Barry there with a shot from kick-off and a save, and Richie the rebound, and Chopper saves twice. 2 good saves there from Chopper, keeping Flaberdeen at bay with only their 1 goal and helping to cement the lead that Scandinavia currently have. Rob trying to play the back heel to Cal in a 1-2, but Simon closes down. He then pressures Rob into the corner, and the ball lands at Chopper. Greg now playing it back to Scandinavia captain and goalkeeper. Chopper looking for options, dinks it up towards Kev. Not quite sure what was going there, but Rob has made a fantastic run to collect that. Kev has the ball now. Kev with a shot. Oh my word! That is a beauty of a goal. Kev with space and time decides to go for the long shot and absolutely hits top bins there into the corner. No one pressuring Kev, thinking he's looking for the pass. He hits it, not quite. I said top bins, but not quite. It's almost, but it dinks under the bar and goes in. But it's still a fantastic shot, and huge credit to Kev. Could that secure the win for Scandinavia in the opening game of week 6? Is this the begin of another week onslaught from Scandinavia? Cal has won the ball from Richie. He's got Kev there for options, but he takes that shot. Simon saves it with the foot. Kev now with the ball, playing it back to Greg. Greg with the shot, and Brad cuts it out there. Barry now trying to collect that bouncing ball. Finds Richie. So here come Flaberdeen. But Chopper gets a touch on it. And Greg makes sure it lands in his hands. We're into the last few bits of the game now. Rob coming forward, trying to bounce the ball off the wall. Not quite there. Brad picking it up. Ball over to Cal. Cal battling with Barry. But the ball lands at Barry's feet. And he finds Brad as they come forward. To Richie. Kev cuts that out. Kev flicks it up to Rob. Back in the corner again. We're in the last movement of the game. Rob with the ball. Plays it through the legs of Simon. Cal's there. Can he finish? Yes, he can! With Richie closing down and Simon coming out, Cal takes full advantage of the opportunity that the ball went through Simon's legs, and it is a 6th goal for Scrandinavia. And with that, the referee ends the game, and the score being 6-1 to Scrandinavia, and they'll be delighted with that win. Unfortunate for Flaberdeen, but a bit of a rout from Scrandinavia, and they'll look to move on to the next game. Second game of week 6, Fat 5 season 2. Parmesan Belgrade in white, Flaberdeen in blue. Flaberdeen have played already, so they'll be the more tired of the teams in this one. Both teams have a 6-man loan sub that they've taken, so the penalties will not be applied, seeing as both teams equal out. And early on, Richie here with the shot for Parmesan, but it's saved by Brad, and the ball rolls out to Des for Flaberdeen, who's in the Parmesan half. To Barry. Barry with a shot and an early goal here from Flaberdeen. After getting the defeat from Scandinavia in the earlier game, Flaberdeen have started brilliantly in this game against Parmesan, looking to enact revenge after Parmesan's win over them last week, and Barry with a lovely play shot getting past both Jonas and Ryan in goals, puts them 1-0 up early on. Parmesan are going to need to come back into this game quickly if they want to get some control over it. They'll also have another game to play after this one against Scrandinavia as well, so they really need the goals early on. Jonas with the ball to his captain, Lewis. Lewis now looking for options here. Lewis plays it into the middle to Jonas. Oh, and after Jonas is getting his debut goal last week, he's desperate for another one, but couldn't quite make a better connection to get that into the goal. Brad plays it out wide to Paul here. Paul having pressure from Richie there. Paul's looking for options, finds Simon, but Simon can't get the ball into control. The ball's bouncing out round in Parmesan's defence, and Ryan in goals for Parmesan manages to get it at his feet. Jonas now looking to come forward to Richie. Richie with a dink. Oh, that looked like it was certain to go in the back of the net there, but it just agonisingly goes past the goal for Parmesan. Lewis now trying to play it in, but Des blocks it down. Paul and Simon combining here to take the ball into control. Paul turns Baz. Great touch there by Paul. Paul now looking for option. Plays it to Des. Des to Barry. But Barry loses it to Baz. Barry now trying to win it again for Richie. The ball is going towards the Parmesan goalkeeper. It's lost here though. Barry tries to place it across, but Simon can't get it to take advantage of Ryan's poor position in there. Jonas now with the ball. Looking to head it forward, but no one there. And it's just in space for Paul to pick up. Paul getting pressure from Lewis. Looks to play it back to Brad in goals, and Brad takes that ball 2 feet now. Parmesan coming forward with Jonas. Jonas pushing forward with it, taking on Barry, but Barry wins that ball. Looks to find Simon. Simon through on. Simon with a touch. Great save there by Ryan to keep Parmesan in the game. Lewis picking up that loose ball. Plays it back to find Barry, unfortunately, and it's wide there. Richie wins it off of Barry, pushing forward now. A little touch there from Jonas to put it into the path of Richie. Richie in the corner with Paul. Richie now looking for options, looking for support. Tries to play it to the oncoming Lewis, but Simon reads it. Simon pushing forward. Ryan with another great save with the foot there, and the rebound off the wall calmly rolls back to Ryan. Simon has the ball in his defence for Flaberdeen. Plays it up the pitch to Barry. Barry taking some time there, trying to get past Lewis, but Lewis defending well. Lewis coming forward now. Takes the shot. Oh, and the ball spilt there by Brad. Jonas can't get a foot on it cleanly enough to put it back in. That's a golden opportunity for him to get his second goal of Fat Fives, but not quite. Des tries to play up to Barry, but Richie intercepts, and Richie plays it back to his goalkeeper. Parmesan up in the Flaberdeen defence now. Richie coming across. This battle has been intense between these two teams. Richie to Jonas. Jonas getting past Brad. Jonas with the shot. Oh, and it's such a lovely play there by Jonas, but it's saved. He just can't get a goal in this game thus far. Richie coming forward now. Off the board to Jonas. Can he do it this time? Oh, it's just high from him. Baz now picking up that ball. Can Parmesan get a goal out of this? And the ball is played back to Flaberdeen to end that attack. Quick ball out, sees Richie intercept it. Richie now with pressure from Paul and Kev. Kev, who's on loan from Scrandinavia for Flaberdeen. Baz coming forward now after picking up that ball from the pass from Ryan. Ryan tries to get to it, but Paul for Flaberdeen gets that in front of the ball. Richie now with a bouncing ball manages to get it. Baz closed down by two players there, but it lands with Kev. Kev coming through. Kev with a shot. Great save there by Lewis and goal, keeping Parmesan in. Looked like it could have been a certain goal there. Baz battling with Kev. Kev getting past Baz there. Looks to see what options he's got. He takes the shot and it's in. Just a little bit on the corner there. Play from the cameraman there, not keeping up to pace there. I think the cameraman thought the pass was on, but Kev decided to go for the shot, and a fantastic finish there. You can see Brad's in the middle of the pitch. I think the cameraman thought the ball was going to go there, but on the corner of his screen you can see it hit the back of the net there. And that is Flaberdeen 2-0 up in this. Kick off now from Parmesan, and Brad is closing that down at this play because both teams have taken the sixth man sub. This is how it stands. Flaberdeen are 2 goals ahead in this game. Jonas to Ryan. Ryan can't quite get there to find a goal for Parmesan, but a lovely roll away from Paul, but unfortunately not enough space as the ball rolls into the Flaberdeen box. Paul coming forward now in his own defence into the corner. Ryan looking to apply some pressure, but Paul finds Brad. Brad coming forward now. Finds Kev on a lovely turn. Can he get to it? No. Lewis is able to grab it as the ball rolls harmlessly into his box and quickly rolls out to Richie. Richie to Jonas. Jonas back to Richie. Richie back to Jonas. Can Jonas get it under control? Takes a shot and he's got his goal finally. After many chances in this game already, some absolute dead certainties you would have thought he'd be scoring, he manages to dink it into the corner with the deftest of touches there. The ball back and forth between Rich and Jonas. That bounce from that touch manages to put Paul off. Jonas keeps going with the ball and he flicks it with outside of the boot into the corner past Barry. 2-1 to Flaberdeen now. Parmesan will be looking to come back into this game sooner rather than later. Rob now on the pitch, who is Parmesan's loan from Scandinavia, was battling there with his teammate Kev. Flaberdeen now have the ball over on the wing with Simon looking for options, trying to be clever with the ball as Jonas applies pressure. Paul out there in space. Simon now with the run, looking for a quicker 1-2, not quite into play there, and Simon is forced to play it back to Kev in defence. Kev playing the long ball up to Brad. Brad tries to get a touch on it but not quite. Manages to take it away from Rob, so Flaberdeen still have the ball in possession. Back to Kev now. Kev slowly coming forward with it. Shoots! Oh, and off the post! And it comes back, and what a hit, because it almost was going to come back as an own goal, but Barry saw that all the way and collects it. Richie now with that shot. Barry gets a good touch on it just to take it wide there. Brad picks up the ball in his defence and is looking to come forward, but Richie intercepts that, finding Rob. Rob to Richie. Richie coming through with a shot, and Barry with a great save there. Kev continue to apply pressure to Richie. Finds Jonas. Jonas, can he get another? Plays it to Rob. Back to Jonas. And Jonas plays it wide there. Kev will pick up for Flaberdeen. Finding Simon in space. Simon must score. Oh, and a great save there from Baz. And Jonas manages to make sure that the ball goes past the goal but stays in the box for Baz to pick up. Jonas coming forward now. Finds Ryan in space. Ryan. Oh, and a great save by Barry. 2 opportunities there for either team to have a lone striker in front of goal and they can't finish it. Richie now after Rob couldn't get the ball. Ryan in front of goal. Ryan with a shot and it's blocked down there by Paul. Brad now up in the Parmesan half for Flaberdeen, but a save there for Baz and the ball is rolled up the pitch. Rob trying to back heel but not quite, but still has the ball. Paul applying pressure, but Rob flicks that out to Jonas and Jonas can't get onto that ball. Simon now for Flaberdeen coming forward. Simon with a shot. Good save there from Baz. Richie will see it, but oh no, he hasn't. It looked like Richie was going to see that back to his goalkeeper, but there was not enough flight on the ball to get it fully in the box. Brad sniffs the opportunity and sticks it in the back of the net to make it 3-1 to Flaberdeen. It's a calamitous defence here going on. That ball should easily be going back to Baz, but Richie, head in hands, knows that he was too lazy with that pass, and Brad sniffed it out. Rob asking if the ball's in the box. Referee says no, looks like out from here. And 3-1 to Flaberdeen. Absolute disaster for Parmesan there as they were on the ascent to come back. As Rob takes the shot and Barry tips that over the Flaberdeen goal. Paul now for Flaberdeen coming forward, trying to look for another goal. Long range shot, but Baz stops that with a good foot save, and Ryan will collect that ball up in the Flaberdeen half. Has he got an opportunity here for Richie? Richie can't get away. Rob! And there we go. Ryan with some great tracking of that ball into the Flaberdeen's defence. Manages to play it to Richie, who's coming through. Everything a little bit slower here, but it's still good attacking effort from Parmesan here. Ball straight to Richie. Richie tried to flick it with the left foot originally. Realises that Rob's behind him, so he backheels it after that's been blocked. And Rob, with the goal at his mercy, puts it away to make it 3-2 to Flaberdeen. Parmesan now back on the ascendancy and only one goal in this game now. Barry with it for Flaberdeen, but the ball's loose. Ryan to Richie. Richie! And a great save there from Brad, and Richie can't recover quick enough to get that ball. Des playing it up to Barry. Barry, but Jonas gets the foot in. Barry still has the ball though, and he's looking for options, and he's getting closed down there and has to play it back to his defence. Rob will get there in front of Paul now. Can Parmesan make a chance from this? Richie gets it away from Des. He needs options here though. Richie takes the shot, and a good save there from Brad. Jonas picks up the loose ball. Who's he got in support? He tries to play it across, but Simon intercepts. Barry and Simon. Simon! Oh, great save there from Baz, and another save. Can Barry get on it? No! It's deemed as in the box, I think, actually. Yes, you can see there as we look on it, Barry clearly does touch the ball while it's in the box. But in any case, Barry didn't get that in the back of net, and so even though it gets restarted, it wouldn't matter anyway. Richie coming forward for Parmesan. Can they get the equaliser? Richie, good save there from Brad. Jonas picking up that loose ball, trying to get it under control. Gets past Barry. Takes the shot, a wee bit wide there from Jonas, but the rebound lands to Richie, to Rob. Rob to Jonas. Jonas takes the shot, a save. Ryan can get it under control. It's not quite in the Flaberdeen box. Richie, oh, what a save there from Brad. He had no idea where that was, but he managed to keep it out of the goal. Des now for Flaberdeen in the Parmesan half, looking for options here. Oh, good save. Rob coming forward now, finds Richie. Richie with Rob. Richie, Rob has it again. Back to Richie. Richie to Rob. To Richie. Someone take a shot. Richie does, and Brad saves it with the feet. Lewis picking up the ball now for Parmesan, coming forward. Baz trying to play it into Rob, but Simon reads it and gets it. Simon gets past Baz, finds Des, and here comes Flaberdeen on the attack now. Baz applying some good pressure to Des, forces him to play it back to Paul. Paul to Barry. Barry now with Richie in front, and Richie does get the block, but no one there to pick up that ball. Paul picks it up now for Flaberdeen, still out wide with Lewis applying pressure. Paul plays it back to Brad. Brad now with the ball, looking to restart for Flaberdeen. Brad, long ball up, and it's out to Des. Baz comes to try and close down. Gets it to Barry. Barry enters the box, has to peel away to get some space away from Richie. Plays it across, no one there. Great ball, but no one on the end of that one. Paul now up against Lewis, again in that corner. Paul trying to get away with the ball. Lewis applying some pressure. Paul plays it up, but Baz has got the ball, but it's been lost. But Rob's now won it. Rob versus Simon. Simon gets the ball. Barry with a touch. Barry with a shot. Oh, just a cross goal there. And now Richie's picked up the loose ball. Richie's charging forward. Richie round Des to Baz. Baz has got the ball there. Baz plays it into the middle to Richie, and it's a goal. It's the equaliser for Parmesan, and you can see the delight in that team with that equaliser. Great team play there. Richie coming forward with the ball, seeing Baz in space. Baz letting that ball go into the corner, and then is looking up to see where his teammates are, is then seeing Richie in space in the middle of the pitch, and Richie with the first time finishes, slots it into the corner there, and that is the equaliser for Parmesan there. Can they hold on to this to get a point at the game, or even go forth and win it? Flaberdeen will be thinking otherwise as well. They'll be thinking they can get a goal back and retain the lead. And as Richie came forward there, Brad has made a good stop to stop Richie's opportunities there. Paul with the shot, Ryan with the touch, and Kev with the goal at his mercy cannot stick the ball away there. That was an ideal opportunity for Flaberdeen to take the lead. The long ball up from the Parmesan defence kills off any chances there, but Kev will be kicking himself with that. Simon trying to play it across to Kev, but it's collected there as Lewis stays at the box. Richie with a shot, save there from Brad. Paul, great touch to take it away from Baz there. Paul with the shot over the top and it bounces. Oh, and it's bounced off of Ryan's back and went in! Unbelievable! Paul with the speculative shot after some fantastic footwork there to take it away from Baz. And you thought that shot would be not resulting in anything at all, but cruelly it bounced off the banner with enough height. Ryan has not been able to track the flight of the ball and it's cruelly bounced off his back and went in. And for Flaberdeen, that puts them in the lead by 1 goal. Here comes Rob. Oh, and a great save by Brad. We're into the last moments of the game now, and can Parmesan get an equaliser again? Here comes Kev with a shot. Oh, and it's a great goal by Kev, and surely that seals it now for Flaberdeen. There'll be no opportunity for Parmesan to come back into this game. Des with the ball in his own half, seeing Kev in space. Lewis trying to apply some pressure, but Kev with a lovely turn and with a powerful shot smashes it past Ryan, making it 5-3 to Flaberdeen and killing off any chance of Parmesan coming back in. Flaberdeen will be delighted with this result. Parmesan will be devastated with that loss. Final game of week 6 sees Scrandinavia versus Parmesan Belgrade, and from the kick-off, Chopper tries to take the shot, but it's closed down. Scrandinavia in red, Parmesan Belgrade in white, and a long shot there from Greg from his own defence goes high and over. Parmesan Belgrade, as a reminder, have a -1 goal penalty for taking an extra player, so Scrandinavia will have the advantage this game as Chopper plays a ball across the goal, but it's blocked off and can't reach Cal on the far side. Lewis now in goals for Parmesan with the ball in his hands, looking to roll it out and get started. Craig coming forward and intercepting that ball in front of Baz, and still battling with Baz. Craig is he's looking for support here. Chopper comes in to help, tries to get past Baz, but Baz with a great foot there to take it away and coming on the charge, plays it across to Ryan, but Cal gets in front for Scandinavia and gets that ball away. Ball up to Chopper, who can't control it. Jonas picking up the loose ball. Baz in front of goal. Baz with the shot, and it's wide. Great opportunity for Parmesan to take the lead, and Baz's shot has just went wide there. Ryan tries to play it back into Jonas, but Chopper's battling there and wins it. Craig and Baz go for the ball. Baz wins it, but the header goes wide. James in goal for Scandinavia, chips that ball up to Greg. Greg with a header. Craig brings the ball down, tries to flick it over the top to Greg again, but Brad, who is Parmesan Belgrade's loanee from Flaberdeen, takes the ball down to the keeper. Richie now playing it through to Jonas. Jonas getting in front with a shot, and James with a great save there. James quickly playing it out to Greg up front. Flicking the ball out to Cal. Cal trying to get it back to Greg. The ball's pinging around. Cal tries to get it under control. The shot is blocked by Richie, and Brad plays through Richie for the Parmesan counter-attack here. Playing it wide to Jonas. Jonas chipping into middle and just behind Brad. The ball's with Craig's feet now as he comes forward, trying to take on Baz. Almost gets past him. Baz closes him down into the boards. Craig tries to backheel it to Cal, but has lost it out to Brad. And the ball goes to Cal in the wing here. Cal with the shot. Oh, and it's a goal! It looked like Lewis there was going to get his foot on it to stop it from going in, but the ball is rolled into the corner there for an early goal for Scandinavia here. The ball comes along, hits off the referee flicks the ball out the way, it lands perfectly for Cal. Lewis with the foot there, that should be an easy save all day long, and it squirms under the foot of Lewis and gives Scandinavia an early lead here. Disastrous for Parmesan. Cal coming through again, and Lewis this time does make the save with a good flick out of the knee there. Richie now with the ball, battling with Greg. Greg wins it and lets the ball roll to his goalkeeper. Cal now up against Jonas on the wing, trying to play it. He's forced backwards though to Greg. Richie gets in front there though. Richie, tenacious work there, plays it into the middle to Jonas. Jonas with a shot. Oh, just wide. That looked like it could have been a goal for Jonas there, but the ball just drifted wide of the post there. Brad with the ball up against Chopper. Chopper wins. Chopper coming in, can't get a clean enough shot, and it's high and wide there on the flash shot. Lewis rolls it out to Brad. Brad switching it over to Richie. Richie then back to Brad going down. He's pulled away from Chopper and found himself some space. Brad playing it across goal, can't make it to Richie or Jonas, and Greg will pick up that ball in the counter in the middle of the field to Craig. Craig with the shot, Craig with the goal! And Craig has finally got his opening goal for Scandinavia, and you can hear the support there from the Scandinavian team. They've been waiting alongside Craig for weeks with a number of opportunities for him to get his goal, and everyone is delighted to see him finally get that duck off his back with that goal. And that puts Scandinavia 2-0 ahead in this game, and with the minus penalty on the aggregation for Parmesan, they are technically 3 goals behind now. Lewis there with a shot straight from kickoff, but James controls it well and plays it at feet. Quick roll out to Cal up front. Cal battling with Baz, gets a little turn and a shot there blocked by Lewis. And the ball is now stuck in some of the support work for the pitch. New ball's in play and the game will continue. Cal now battling with Baz, loses it out. Ball rolls kindly to Richie, to Brad in front of goals, but Brad can't get the ball out from under his feet. And Craig and Cal get back into position to stop that opportunity for Parmesan. James now looking for options, sees the run of Craig, but plays it to Chopper in space. Chopper up against Lewis, goes past Lewis, down the wing, tries to find some more space, cuts in. Looking to see what he can do there, but Baz stands strong and wins that ball. Baz now with the advantage, plays it to Richie. Chopper's dropped back, but Baz has made the run away from into space. Baz trying to play through the Brad. Oh, and it's right in the sore spot for Chopper. Only recovering from damage in that area from week 1. It's now damaged again. Not as hard as what he had in week 1. Up against Burnley, but surely won't appreciate another shot squaring the route there. Chopper now with the ball after it rolled out from James. Chopper up against Richie, is winning that ball there, looking to try and bounce it off the board, and it's behind Kev, no one there to get it. Craig tries to win it, Craig does win it away from Richie, plays it up to Chopper who's still in space. Chopper up against Baz, cuts back in, looks to go across, tried to cut in front of Brad, but Brad gets the foot there. Craig now battling with Brad. Brad wins, gets the ball to Richie, but Richie can't control it, and it goes back to the Scandinavian defensive line. Brad up against Greg there, potential opportunity, but it's seen back to the Scandinavia keeper. Brad now with the ball, lovely touch and turn there, but can't get past Greg. Baz now plays it to Brad, but can't get under control, and Craig wins the ball. Flicks up towards Kev, but Lewis intercepts. This ball's pinging all over the place here, but Brad with a nice little touch there holds it up against Greg, through on goal, and can't manage that pass from Richie, but lovely play movement from Parmesan here, just not the final effort on goal quite there. Brad with a shot, and Brad's now caught Chopper in the Gingangulis. He is having a terrible time today, Chopper. It may be closer to the thigh rather than it, but that's almost twice in one game, and he'll be absolutely regretting his luck with these tackles and passes today. Rob now on the pitch for Scandinavia, coming forward, out wide to Chopper. Chopper tries to get the shot, and Jonas with the save. Ball bounces back all the way through to James in goal for Scandinavia. Jonas trying to roll it out, trying to get Parmesan forward here to get a chance as they're behind. Richie now through on goal with a shot, and off the post. An absolute brilliant shot there, lovely pace on it from Richie, but hits the post. Lewis coming forward trying to get the ball, but Rob intercepts and finds Kev in space. Kev up front in space, but no one there to receive it. Craig not moving quick enough to get on the end of that pass. Brad plays it back to Jonas in goal. Jonas trying to get started now. Oh, Rob's read it. Rob through on goal. Rob with a goal there to put Scandinavia 3-0 up. And you've got to say, Jonas needs to hold his hands there. He tried to roll that out too quickly. No one is aware that the ball's there. No one's paying attention to the run of Roll coming forward. He gets in front of Richie to get to it and chips it into the back of the net. It's a disaster there from Parmesan Belgrade. They didn't need to concede that goal. They were fully in control of the ball there and let it go. And they've now gifted the 3-0 on-pitch lead to Scandinavia, and it's 4-0 with that penalty applies. Sorry, 4-goal difference rather than a 4-0 score. Parmesan trying to come forward here. Rob has got the ball though after it bobbing about, and Rob is looking for options now. Finds James. James taking on Lewis, but Lewis gets in front of James to win that ball. Good work from the Parmesan Belgrade captain there. Cal playing it back to his goalkeeper as Scandinavia look to start again on another attack. Long ball up to Rob, but Lewis reads it, and the ball's with Jonas to Richie. Richie's shot is closed down there from Kev, and the ball has landed with Rob up top, and Brad with a vital save there to stop Rob from getting a second goal after a lovely deft touch there from Rob to try and score. Jonas now has the ball about halfway on the pitch now. Good skill rolling it to try and make some space. Plays it to Lewis, but a long ball up to Scandinavian defenders. Make sure that gets back to Chopper in goals. Chopper rolls it out, but no one is aware of it, and it's landed with Lewis now in the Parmesan defence to Richie. Richie being closed down by Kev. Kev gets an important touch on that pass to cut it out. Rob's now picked up that ball. Rob driving forward, takes the shot, just wide there. Cal picking up the rebound, back into the middle. Richie gets the ball, taking on Kev, gets past Kev to Jonas. Jonas to Richie. Richie with the shot. Great save there by Chopper. And that was a fantastic move from Parmesan, but an equal great save. Kev coming forward with shots. Oh, and it's a goal from Kev! Ball straight out from Chopper save to the feet of Kev. Kev pushes forward and gets it in the back of the net. It looked like Richie was going to score there. You can see in the corner he's still in disbelief in the save. And Kev just pushes forward while everybody just literally watches on. No pressure applied to Kev. No one closing down the space. He just keeps moving and slots that in and puts Scandinavia 4-0 up. And now there's 5 goals that Parmesan need to even equal the game. This looks like this is Scandinavia's game for the taking. As much as Parmesan have been looking decent going forward, they haven't had much chances on goal, bar Richie hitting the woodwork and forcing saves from Chopper. Scandinavia coming again. Can they make it worse? Rob with the turn against Lewis. Ball across. Oh, and that just shaves past the post there. Richie's now picked up the loose ball, playing it to Baz. Baz back to Richie, but Cal intercepts, and Cal's won that over Baz, but Lewis picks up the loose ball. Richie now. Oh, and that's a great finish from Richie there. He's hit the post, he's had shots saved, but finally he dinks one into the corner. Lewis picking up that loose ball, lands at Richie's feet. James tries to come forward, but he's not coming through quick enough to stop Richie being able to position himself perfectly to slot that past Chopper into the bottom corner. Chopper trying to get down, but he's not down fast enough to get a hand on it, and it's a great finish. From the kick-off, ball long up top for Rob to try and get, but Brad is applying pressure to Rob and is forcing him back slowly. Ryan comes across to try and block out any passes there, but Greg is available in defence to receive it. Up the field, to Cal. Richie applying pressure, ball loose to Rob, and it is just wide there. James just gets onto it, but the ball off the boards lands in Lewis's hand, and Parmesan coming the counter now. It's 3 against 1 here. Cal's getting back to try and even up the numbers. Ryan's got it in the corner here, battling with Craig. Ryan still. Brad with a chip. Oh, and it's a great goal there by Richie. I don't know how Chopper has let that go past him there. It's a fantastic chip there from Brad. Richie in a great position right on the edge of the box. Brad there, lovely first time chip. Richie gets across that, and Chopper does get a hand. It's a weak hand, and he lets it bounce past him. He just needed to just push that out away, and it would have been a save. That's poor goalkeeping from Chopper after having some good saves earlier. Straight from the kick-off, Rob takes the shot, but it's wide, and now the ball's back with Parmesan Belgrade. And it goes forward and ends up in the Scandinavia box. Chopper now looking for options with the ball at his feet. Tries to play it out. Lucky gets it past Richie. Rob through on. Oh, and a great save there by Lewis. Looked like that should have been a goal for Rob there, but it's not. And the poor pass there from Baz. Cal tried to take advantage but couldn't see it through. Richie now to Brad. Brad with the shot. Oh my word. That is now Parmesan Belgrade with 3 goals in quick succession. Are they mounting a comeback here? The score on the pitch is 4-3. With the sub-penalty, it's 4-2. They could potentially equal up this game on the pitch, but there is still time for 2 more goals for them to equal it with the aggregate. Are we going to see the most impressive comeback we've seen this season so far? Greg playing it up long to Rob, but Brad chops it out there. Ryan with the ball tries to get past Greg, but Greg sees it and Greg comes forward with the ball, tries to play it across the box, and Rob's not quite there to receive it, but he does pick up the loose ball, looking for support now, tries to play it in the middle to Craig. Oh, and that's unlucky. Great save there by Lewis, and Craig just couldn't replicate his goal. Rob again across to Craig. Craig trying to get the flick on, but can't quite. Tries to play it back in the middle, but Brad picks it up. Brad plays it as Cal steps out, but Chopper's intercepted away. Chopper coming forward across to Rob. Rob, can he finish? Oh, off the crossbar. Agonising for Scrandinavia. Just can't get the goal that would seal the game. Richie now collecting the bouncing ball. Chopper tries to pressure down. Rob tries to pressure now, but the ball's got through to Brad. Brad playing it through to Ryan, but it bounced off of Ryan. Chopper versus Richie now. Richie does win that ball. Chopper now trying to apply pressure. Richie gets past Chopper. Chopper trying to keep up, but he can't. Richie bearing on through on goals, and the shot is blocked by Greg. It lands at Cal. Can Scandinavia score from here? No. The shot is saved by Brad in defence. End-to-end stuff here as teams are looking to secure leads or get equalisers here. Richie with the ball, with some pressure. We're into the last moments of the game now. Long ball up to Baz. Baz wins it off of Craig. Baz tries to play the back heel to himself. Impressively gets away with it. Baz now to Brad. Chopper trying to tackle Brad. Brad still has the ball. Still has it. Looks to play across to Ryan. Ryan with a shot. It's a goal. It's a last minute goal from Parmesan, and you can see the elation on the Parmesan Belgrade team there. Great play by Brad, holding on to that ball as Chopper tries to get multiple feet in. Can't quite get there. Turns around, sees Ryan in space, and Ryan, first time finishes, curls it past Greg. All hands from Parmesan in the air. Deflation from Scandinavia. That makes it 4-all as the Parmesan Belgrade players are in elation. Scandinavia are deflated. With the sub penalty though, it does mean Scandinavia do win the match, but a fantastic game. Great comeback from Parmesan Belgrade. 4-all on the pitch. Looking at the classified results, once the penalty has been applied, Scrandinavia 6, Flaberdeen 0, Flaberdeen 5, Parmesan Belgrade 3, and Parmesan Belgrade 3, Scrandinavia 4. Now we turn attention to the league table with those results confirmed. Scandinavia with 30 points at the top of the table, Flaberdeen on 16, and Parmesan Belgrade, unfortunate to even though get the draw on the pitch with the penalty, means that they lose the match and stuck on 7. Fat Fives are looking for new players. If you are in the northeast of Scotland, Aberdeen area, and want to take part, please check out our website fatfives.football and feel free to fill out the registration form. Don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel and hit the notification bell to ensure you get notified when new videos are released.